Make sure my audio is playing. Okay, audio is playing. Let me make sure I might have to put my headphones on so we won't hear you, Banks. Yo, Banks, let me see if I can hear you.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay, let me put the desktop.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay, so let me put your desktop audio in. Okay, run it back.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay, your audio is playing back in, and let's pull up this stream. Matter of fact, you want to get over to pull up the stream on your phone so you can look at the live chat just in case somebody got a question or something. You may be able to answer it.
Okay, send me a link in this message.
I got you. Currently got 2 people watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. This is a live stream with me and Billy Benjamin Banks. Y'all probably already know him from his YouTube channel, Banking with Billy. So with that being said, make sure you guys get over there immediately. Subscribe to his channel. Very hard-working analyst. In fact, no days off from this guy. I will have his link pinned in our live chat so you guys can get over there as well. So yeah. Just sent you the live chat. So, I got a question for you, Billy.
Yes, sir.
FFIE. I know you've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now. Been in it since around 4 to 7 cents. Where do you think we headed to here today? Before you answer that question, let me just get it up here on the stream really quickly. And there you go. We got it up.
Looking at the FFIE stock, man. FFIE stock was definitely a great run. Getting in from the lows of those 4 cents. Everybody who held that stock in for such a swing trade was up thousands of percent on FFIE stock. Currently, right now, we got FFIE as well as a lot of those other stocks that start to get picked up by all the by the big meme rallies and whatnot. We've seen all of them follow along in the same trend. When the big meme rallies ended, everything started to go back down towards those oversold ranges as everybody was selling these things off out of fear. Now, we still got some people who are holding these things in for the swing trade right now, even as we speak. Look at this. You can see how and I'll share my screen with you as well. Let me share my screen so you can see exactly what I'm seeing.
We're going to Billy Banks' screen really quick. Just waiting on you.
Check this out. Let me know if it's connecting. If it connects.
It's connecting. It's just loading up now. Give me a few ticks. It's loading up now. And if you haven't already, guys, please smash that like button. We're looking for at least 50 likes here on today's video. It's still loading.
Here, let me go ahead and really quick reconnect to the call. 1 second. Yeah, you know how these Discord connections be.
Sure do, man. Sure do.
Let's see.
All right, there we go.
Okay, cool. So looking at the FFIE stock right now, it's starting to look a whole lot better, guys, on FFE than it was for the last few days. And of course, now we got the next round of bullish divergence that's getting ready to come in. All throughout yesterday and towards the end of the day and in the after hours and in the pre-market, this stock was really gearing up. We just seen this thing take a hot spike into the pre-market, which is like the first test. This is like the first round, so the bullishness is about to be coming in the FFIE stock. This is all going to come down now to what the market conditions do. Obi, right now we're looking at how, keep in mind, everything going on with all of these stocks and all other stocks on the market. FFIE stock right now, we have more decliners than advancers. You got about 4,000. You got over 4,000 decliners. You got 1,500 advancers. People are literally selling things off way more than they are buying things up in today's trading session. But one thing that's great about FFIE stock is that throughout today's such extreme bearishness, this stock is still holding up fine, and people are buying this up. In fact, they're going to be buying this up towards the after hours for that overnight swing on FFIE stock. What you think about it?
But I'm about to show my screen here really quickly.
Go ahead and check it out.
Okay, so basically, we're on mine. Yeah. Okay. So basically, what I'm feeling with FFIE, as you know, on the 28th, we do have a post-market earnings release. Not only that, FFIE is trying to regain its compliance in the NASDAQ. If I take a brief look and just check out the day chart here really quickly so we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days so far in compliance with just 3 trading days left. A lot of people, longs are concerned about the compliance run. But if you ask me, I do feel as though that they have compliance in the bag. It's just what is expected to happen after regaining compliance. We've been around the market for a while to understand and realize most of these stocks, after regaining compliance, they continue to find itself in that falling wedge. One thing about FFIE being in the EV sector, it isn't profitable. Far as these rallies here in FFIE and a lot of these other micro float / micro market cap stocks, they're easily manipulated with buying and selling. It doesn't take much in order to get this thing moving. But the reason why I feel as though that retailers flocked to FFE the way that they did is because FFIE has a options chain, giving those an opportunity to hedge their positions in a risky penny stock like FFIE. For instance, just on the 20th, I believe, let me get you that exact date here really quickly. Me alerting FFIE for put options actually took place here in our major buy alert section. As you guys can see, I alerted FFIE puts with the strike price being $1.50 with that EXP being on the 21st of June. Now I alerted this on the 21st, ladies and gentlemen, with that share price seeing a peak here at the time $1.66. So these last 3 days, my put contract has been bringing a return, and it gives longs an opportunity to hedge their position. For instance, I was in the Discord earlier today and someone said that they plan on adding to their position if FFIE goes to $1. And I explained to that individual, instead of just waiting for it to drop to $1 to average down, why don't you hedge your position from this point and get you some puts at the dollar strike? So just in case if it does drop towards $1, you have made money on that move to the downside, and you can use that money to actually add to your long at the dollar. The reason why they call us dumb money is because retail investors tend to only look at trades one-sided, and with that being said, losing a lot of opportunity throughout the market. Price target, Jose want to know what's the price target. What's your for Kraken, Beach? Let's hear it. And I just want to give a shout out to Ashley for joining the YouTube membership, and shout out to Richard. He wants to know an opinion on MPW. So before I give him that, I want to ask your opinion on Kraken here, Billy.
Kraken, you talking about CRKN, the Crown Electric? CRKN stock?
Yeah, we want to take a brief look at Kraken.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen back with you again. Let me reconnect.
Okay.
All right, let me know if my screen is shared again. Now, here on CRKN stock was another one of these stocks that got picked up by the big meme rallies and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
it's still loading It's still loading right now. Let me just turn off my screen.
Let me reconnect it again. Now you know these Discord connections, man. They get worse and worse every day, huh?
All right, you're up there.
Right, okay, cool. So getting back into CRKN stock as well is another one that followed along in those big meme rallies. In fact, they lucky that they got picked up by that meme rally. It didn't do them too well since they sold all the way back off. Not like how it was for FFIE stock that's still holding back up at that dollar. Sitting here, FFIE stock is going to make their compliance here pretty soon. Now, CRKN stock is another one of these stocks that has to get to $1 to make their compliance. If they don't get to that dollar, then they're going to get kicked off the markets. I don't know when the exact delistment date is, but we're getting ready to see CRKN stock as well as the rest of the stocks from that big mean rally come in for a hot bull run. Once this volume picks up, keep in mind right now we got an average volume of 123 million. Your current volume to this day is still getting up to 120 million. CRKN stock gets that attention. It was getting over that 1 billion. With volume, proper volume to come into the stock with on a bullish day, because keep in mind this is a bearish day, we finna watch this stock spike back up towards that 40 cents for another hot bullish reversal before it becomes overbought and dangerous again. We want to make sure that we minding our stop losses and make sure that we remember to have our goal set. You need to understand your goal and your role. Having your goal will help you understand if your role is going to be a long-term investor, a swing trader, or possibly the day trader for that type of stock, especially taking into consideration the different type of key statistics that a stock actually has. Like, you got some stocks that got low stats. Those low stat stocks get filled a lot easier, and they come with less uncertainties. Some of these less uncertainties would be not having to deal with 100 million day traders. If you're a swing trader going for these stocks, it's you versus 100 million day traders. The odds are already against you. You want to make sure that you are going for. I don't know how everybody trades, and we don't know how much money everybody trading with, but it's up to the individual investor to understand how much they plan to use and understanding your goal, your role, along with understanding that the market is a game of patience. You really want to make sure you are timing your entries with the bullish divergence. I use my RSI and my MACD indicator. There are many, many different indicators that people use. Some people don't use any indicators. Now, what the indicators are going to do, well, I recommend RSI and MACD. The RSI indicator is going to be showing you when a stock is oversold or overbought. If that thing is in a dangerous position or a safe position, you're going to hone in on your timing using your MACD indicator, watching for the yellow MACD line to cross over the blue center line for the next round of bullish divergence that comes in. This does, of course, come along with what the market conditions are doing at said time. Because we can see how, for example, FFIE stock, although today is a very bearish day, FFIE stock started to make a very bullish pattern coming in, where CRKN stock is not making said bullish pattern. In fact, it's like it's coming in for just a little bit more bearishness. They don't want CRKN stock to explode quite just yet. I say FFIE stock is currently a safer bet. And Faraday Future, how long they got? They got like 2-3 more days to be able to make their compliance.
2 days.
They make 2 days.
Yep.
Oh man, they sitting good right now. More people are buying this up right now. I'll be going for another position on FFIE stock for the bull run as well. Once FFIE, the Faraday Future, makes their compliance, you're gonna have all the big whales and long term. People are gonna start to believe. They're gonna start to believe at that point. Now you're still gonna get hit with swing traders and day traders and whatnot. So make sure you prepare to lock in gains. And so you really want to have a target. If you don't have a target, you at least want to have some sort of exit strategy. I stick to basic percentages, going off of a bullish going off a bullish reversal, and this works going short as well. Like maybe you're trying to get your maybe you're trying to get your puts, your short sell bid, you betting that thing go down. Well, you just timing that thing in with the next round of bearish divergence. That's how I move in these stocks, Obi. What do you think about MPW stock though? I've been looking at MPW stock for the last few months now.
MPW, let me give you my thoughts on that, and I believe Richard Dixon is asking for that, so we got you back on this one, Richard. I'm about to give you my thoughts here really quickly. Let me just share my screen for you, Banks. Oops. We're in the live chat. Where is it? Signals. No, we're in a call. My bad. In a call. Okay, share your screen. All right, check this one out. Go live. We're looking for MPW, correct, Richard?
MPW.
MPW. Let's get it. FFIE starting to retrace a little bit. MPW.
MPW, the medical properties, guys. They do have dividends as well on MPW stock. So on this one right here, what they do is they lease out medical properties. Like I said, I've been on MPW, man, for a little while now. In fact, talking about MPW stock, I've actually made it's interesting that you guys will bring this up because I've actually made many videos on MPW stock. Go ahead and check out some of my recent MPW stock videos. I was making videos back on this stock towards the beginning of January, back when this thing started to come in for the next round of the bullish divergence for that long-term investment. We were talking about how it has dividends and how people will be holding in the MPW stock all the way to the highs and back towards that 20, and this still just is the beginning on MPW stock. Also, let us know in the comments if you are holding in on any of these stocks that we're talking about right now, and if you know what stock is about to explode next, don't let us miss out on that easy money with you. Everything I'm holding is gonna explode, man. I'm gonna go into a point out a few other stocks for you guys in this video right now on MPW. If you're going for this stock, you're going for you best be going for a longer term move. I mean, they got dividends and they coming in for bullish divergence on a long term investment time frames. The medical properties is going to be a hot one, man. This is going to be an easy one. And right now they got an average volume of 20 million with a current volume of 17 million. They got a free float on 591 million. You want to make sure that throughout these days, especially these days of bearishness, you are keeping an eye on your analysis order flow so you'll be able to see if you have more larges coming in or if you have more larges coming out of that stock at said time. And right now, currently, we have a few more larges that are going out of this thing. You currently have a few more mediums coming in, and you got the smalls that are pretty much tied up. But although today is a much more bearish day, Obi, with about 4,000 decliners, we can go back to MPW and we'll see that this stock all throughout the day so far is coming in for nothing but nonstop bullishness. In fact, this stock has already came in for a spike from those $4 ranges all the way to almost $6.
Let me add something to that.
For that next top move.
Well, and like with MPW, as you know, a lot of retailers have been focusing on that micro float, small market cap stocks. MPW isn't one of those. For those that is concerned about it, this is one of those stocks that will move slowly but surely. We don't expect a huge move here in MPW, 50 and 40% on a day, due to this thing has a market cap well over $3 billion. With a share float of 588 million, it takes a lot of liquidity to actually get this market cap to move and actually fluctuate that share price. Far as expectations goes for MPW, as you can see here today, we did actually challenge that mid Bollinger Band, but we did bounce off of it to the upside. Anytime that a situation happens like that, more often than not, a stock tends to actually challenge the upper or lower, depending on which direction it is headed towards. It really depends on where it's headed to in the direction, whether it's going to challenge the upper or lower. In this case, it is looking like we're headed towards those $5.68 levels here in MPW on the day chart. Now, another stock I want to put out there to you guys, and that is Barnes and Nobles. Just got a question here in the live stream regarding it, and that question came from Ashley. Ashley also says she have FFIE. But before I give my thoughts on Barnes and Nobles, Banks, do you want to give yours?
Man, Barnes and Nobles, the BNED. This stock has been coming in for such an easy bull run every single day in BNED. This is one of the easiest stocks to be going for a day trade on right now. People are about to look. So this stock right here has been around for a very long time. Barnes and Noble is coming in for such a hot uptrend. They are very close to compliance. They are not. I don't think they're gonna waste this opportunity, and I don't think people are gonna let them waste this opportunity to get back into compliance at that dollar. They've already filled that gap up to that towards the ranges that right now. That 68 cent, that 70 cent range. Now, this is where it gets choppy, as we can see, because it's still sitting here at the 70 cents right here. This is gonna be a battle right now because this stock is currently starting to come in for the next round of bearish divergence right now. Super choppy on the day, especially since today is a bearish day overall. Like if today was a much more bullish day with 4,000 advancers, then this stock probably would already have had exploded again. Me myself on BNED going in for another round off this bullish reversal to see BNED get back over that dollar. Guys, make sure that we do understand, you know, that a lot of stocks on these markets, you see a lot of stock alerts going there, a lot of videos on the calls here and stuff like that. Make sure that you mind your portfolio and asset management skills, man. What I recommend you do is only keep about maybe like 3 or 4 of the safe swing trades off of those lows and oversold for bullish divergence, and then with your extra capital you in, then you use that to be able to catch your fast day trades and whatnot off the same strategy, off an easy bullish reversal. Look, you either going for an oversold reversal or you're going for a breakout. There really is no in between. Now, if you are going for a breakout, what I recommend is watching that thing in the morning time on BNED. We're talking about like in the pre-market. Pre-market is open around 3 a.m. What you're gonna be looking for is for that. You're looking for to see your chart, your candlesticks have a breakout over that VWAP. That will go from oversold to overbought. I'm telling you on a 1 minute chart in the morning. So like in a pre-market, and once the market starts out, you can't be looking at, not really looking at too many 15-minute charts. You're definitely not looking at 4-hour charts. So if you are a long-term investor, you're really only using monthlies and weeklies. If you are the swing trader like me, you really sticking to 4 hours and dailies. You might hone in with a 15-minute chart. And day traders are only using a 15 and 1 minute charts. These are pretty basic things to follow along with. This comes back down to understanding your goal and your role and understanding how you would like to go for that stock when it's time to go for that stock, because it's not always time to go for that stock. And then some of these stocks are not for certain type of moves. Like all of these stocks are not best for the long-term investment, you know. Like for example, watch this. Watch this. Let me show y'all something. One time on BNED and on every single one of these other stocks, that these stocks have gone to massive, extreme, ridiculous sell-offs pretty much ever since all of these stocks that we are looking at right now, FFIE, the MPW, Crown Electric, all of them went off to super extreme massive sell-offs. These stocks, some of these really ain't for that long-term investment, you know. Like so, like when the big meme rallies happen, Obi, I started to see a whole lot of new members and a whole lot of new traders wondering, man, you remember how the last meme rally was?
Yeah.
It created so much confusion and whatnot in the markets, and traders stopped trading with the technicals and the fundamentals. It was all about chasing a rally and whatnot and trying to pump something up. Those are more savage and barbaric styles of trading.
I agree.
Sophisticated, yeah, it is unmanneristic, you know, and it puts many people in bad positions, not only financially, but also emotionally and mentally, because your mind all messed up that you done lost that money like that, and there's something wrong with you if you didn't stick to the same setup and the same strategy for a natural consistency. Make sure that you are understanding if you want that stock based on different key statistics. For example, this stock, what stock we talking? We're talking BNED. This stock got 45 million in volume. So you'll be expecting for this stock to be kind of volatile. You know what I mean? This thing can be moving kind of fast. Don't let that volume start to pick up during the power hours and right towards the after hours and whatnot. Now we're seeing this thing start to spike and all that stuff like that. Now when you coming across a stock that has that low volume, those low stats, for example, we're looking at this stock here, and stat, this thing got an average volume on 587,000. This current volume is only getting up to 187,000. Right now, we're looking at this stock that's down here at its lows and oversolds with a gap to fill back up to the highs of about $4. And this stock is making bullish divergence on your daily chart trading time frame. Right now, with this low volume, only people you're dealing with right now is long-term investors who are loading and swing traders who are loading. Day traders not going for these under the radar low stat stocks because they're not fast enough. They don't intrigue them. Make sure you understand how you like a stock. I like a low stat stock with a low float. That float is going to get filled fast once that volume picks up. And once that volume outdoes the average volume, that stock is very volatile, man. Once that volume gets over that 1 million, once that low stat stock gets over that 1 million, it just popped up on it because, you know, Obi, how everybody got their scanner set to a stock that gets over 1 million in volume and stuff like that. Once that stock finally gets over 1 million, man, that thing starts to explode. And understand something, these stocks, they don't start out at the top gainers and the most actives. No, they start out at those 52-week lows, then turn into the most actives and the top gainers. So me, myself, at Bank of Ability, we like to go for the lows and oversolds. I'm a swing trader. You know, I mean, I'm a hot swing trader looking for an oversold play. What stocks are you guys looking at next?
I'm looking at...
I know another hot.
I just alerted PEGY not too long ago over in the server. Let me take a brief look at that really quickly. Here we go. I alerted PEGY. I believe that's in the OB alert section. I alerted PEGY early this morning at 21 cents with that price target being 24 cent plus, offering over 15% in gain just on that alert alone. And if we take a brief look and just take a glimpse at PEGY really quickly, as you guys can see here on today, the stock ran as high as 27 cents from our, again, let me show you guys, from our 21 cent alert entry. And again, guys, that is what you call a accurate play. We're not looking for no massive 40 to 100% gains. We just want to make money, get in and get out immediately. A play that I do have, and I have been considering, and that is the puts on FFIE. I do feel as though that situation alone will offer a much greater return than just being long on FFIE. Because if we look here,
one thing about FFIE stock is that if you're going for, of course, you're looking for a quicker move and whatnot. Because if you're getting those puts for while the markets are bearish, then you definitely come on for a clean come up real fast as that thing dips back under $1. But it might be risky if that thing makes compliance and all the big whales want to buy up in FFIE stock because they believe in it now.
True. Somebody wants us to. Kyron Ashley wants us to speak on BCAN. BCAN, it's getting plummet bad. It's plummeting bad, man. These last 2 days been hectic.
I'm looking at BCAN right now. BCAN stock, this thing got an average volume of 2 million. 2.25 million exactly, and it got a current volume of 1.40 million. They got a small float, a decent sized float of 7.62 million. That float is going to get filled fast, and BCAN stock nonetheless has a gap to fill up towards that $17-18. They will be needing. They gonna need some pressure to come in on this thing, man. This thing they don't need too much pressure because they got a low float. These low stat stocks, like we were just talking about, people are already buying this thing up from 65 cents. They pushed it to $1.52. Right now, sitting here at $1.05. That's down about 10% today. We want to make sure we're watching that pressure change when the markets get back bullish, because when BCAN stock makes that bull run, it's gonna fill that whole gap up instantly, all the way from these $1 back towards those double digits, man. We talking about waking up towards. You talking about in a pre-market, this thing done went all the way to $4. Not everybody done bought it up in the intraday. It's gonna be one of those kind of moves on BCAN stock. Now with these low stats, like the low value, got 1 million in volume. It's decent, but no larges are no larges are coming in. No larges are going out, but no larges are coming in. There are no mediums coming in or out. And right now, you got the smalls at the tires. Currently, right now, this stock is going to need just a little bit more pressure to really get their eyes and attention on this thing. It's a lot of eyes and attention on the FFIE and the CE and the CRKN and Gwave and whatnot. Since those are the most active stocks and the most watched stocks in the world right now, they're taking away all the attention from stocks like BCAN that could come in for the next big bull run. I'll say keep this on your watch list. I mean, put a percentage movement on that thing. You know what I mean? I'm talking about put on percentage movement. Alerts when the stock move up 5%. But nonetheless, if you are in making easy money, your bankability, you're gonna see the BCAN stock alerts go out, giving buy signals and sell signals. Don't miss out on this. I already know what's up next as well. What do you think about BCAN?
BCAN. I'm pulling back up my Moo chart now. It just did some bug stuff, but BCAN, it just came up. Okay, yeah, laptop is okay. We looking for BCAN stock. Oops. All right, expectations on this. Currently sitting there at 105. Me personally, I feel like BCAN with a market cap of only 9.55 million, share float of only 8.91 million. It isn't much liquidity needed in here to hit that float cap, only 9.36 million. So with that being said, the buying and selling has a huge effect here in BCAN. It doesn't take much buying and selling here in a stock like this to sway the price. But as far as expectations, I do feel as though that this thing is going to, ladies and gentlemen, break below that mid here on the Bollinger Band, which can result to this thing retesting those 70-cent levels here next week. So also keep that in mind. And if you haven't already, can you please take the time out now, ladies and gentlemen, to smash that like button. Just leave a like on the video. It really does help the channel grow. In fact, if we can get about 10 likes here within the next 3 minutes, YouTube should and will recommend this live stream to new viewers. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with the help of you guys, we can really blow this thing up. Next thing I want to talk about to you here is NVIDIA. What you think about NVIDIA? Billy, I did put a price target on NVIDIA about 4 months ago, and that price target is $1,200. We are slowly approaching that PT, but I let everyone know if we do have a reverse stock split before then, a 10 for 1, then that share price target will be set then at $120. So my confidence in NVIDIA actually reaching that $1,200 price target is very high, if you ask me.
I agree, man. And NVIDIA stock currently, so NVIDIA stock, this stock is the stock that made the markets go so crazy with the AIs and the tech rallies and whatnot. Right now, this stock is still about to make the markets go even crazier. As long as NVIDIA stock and all those big tech giants continue to be bullish, well, you know what they're saying? They said the markets are predicted to still push up towards new heights this year. We're talking about the S&P 500 getting ready to push up closer towards that 6,000. But we just watched this thing go all the way down from about 4,000. You know what I mean? It's been a very bullish year, all thanks to NVIDIA stock. And for those of you who don't know, NVIDIA stock has been declared the world's largest company or something like that, man. This stock is not about the stock. What they working on is the future.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. A company of the future. Like we were just comparing some of those penny stocks like the FFIEs and the GWAVs and whatnot, and we were looking at their charts talking about how these stocks been off to these massive sell-offs over the course of the entire history, how those stocks don't be for that long-term investment. Well, what we're seeing here on NVIDIA stock is a whole opposite situation. We're talking about these big blue chips and stuff like that, OBD, the ones in those S&P 500s, those are the long-term investments, because unlike those penny stocks and those lows we be seeing and whatnot that we love to get, these stocks do nothing but continuously climb up month after month after month. You get in these stocks, they have great dividends. Now, when you talk about long-term investing, you probably don't want to, like, for me, as though you're going to be long-term investing in something, you probably want to be getting something out of that thing. I'm talking about dividends or voting rights and stuff like that. Make sure that you launch invest in those things that you see what type of perks that they give you, and importantly, see what type of dividends they have, so you can be getting your monthly payouts as well for said stocks. Coming up with a dividend trading strategy, we'll be talking a lot more about dividends coming into the next videos coming later in this year, letting all new members and everybody get caught up to proper trading strategies before we move on to into more advanced things. And another thing, options as well. So like you see in this stock right here in the video, they're talking about this stock up here at $1,000 right now. And, you see this, man, I can't, how many shares of this stock can I get that's over at $1,000? Well, on some of these platforms, you can get fractional shares as well. But nonetheless, you go for your options, man. Options are easier than you think. It's all about still just riding that flow, and instead of having to drop those thousands of dollars on the NVIDIA shares, well, you go ahead and get yourself a contract, get yourself an options contract that has 100 shares in that contract, and those options are like multipliers. What you're doing is, so picture using your strike price as literally the price target for what that stock is about to hit. Instead of being up 30% in that stock that you went over in that day, you up about 300-400% in that contract you just got for that call or that put. And if you can't short sell, then puts is a great way to go to being able to bet against the markets, to bet the markets down. NVIDIA stock, we probably gonna see the stock coming for a hot dip, but not under that 1,000. It's probably not even gonna go back. It's probably not even gonna go back under 1,050. This stock's strong. This is the strongest stock on the entire market right now. We talking about. You remember how Tesla used to be all the rage and whatnot back when? Yeah. Everybody was leaving out. Everybody was leaving Tesla to go for NVIDIA and whatnot.
Yeah.
NVIDIA stock is the hottest stock on the market.
They want us to right check out. Hold on, Gwave really quickly. I'm gonna give another brief debriefing here on Gwave for those that just got in the live stream. Like I said before, if you're new to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen, can you please take the time out now to just leave a like on the video? It really does help the channel grow. But they want us to run through BNED and Gwave. So let's talk about Gwave real quick. 3-minute chart on this. Taking a brief look at the 3-minute. And honestly, Gwave, before the day is over, we may fall sub 9-cent levels, heading back towards those mid 8-cent levels. If we take another look at the 15-minute chart on this case, 5 cent being the low back on the 21st. I don't think that Gwave will be dropping that low this week, but I do feel as though that this thing is again headed towards those 8-cent levels for sure. Another stock that they want to go over is BNED here really quickly, and Barnes and Nobles. As you guys can see here on today's trading, major retracement. It seems as though that Barnes and Nobles will be short sale restricted here tomorrow due to the fact that we did actually fall 10% lower than the previous close here, which ultimately pits a SSR on a stock, which only allows short positions to be filled on the uptick. So tomorrow we may see brighter days, knowing that shorts can't aggressively short this thing. But since it's SSR here tomorrow, that doesn't mean shorts can't short. We expect to see a much shorter and smaller total short volume for sure for today's trading. Just looking at today's volume, much lower than what we did receive here yesterday. Only 46 million here so far, coming off a total trading volume of 309 million. So with that being said, we don't expect today's trading to force a short cover situation here tomorrow in Barnes and Nobles. But what we do expect for this thing to find itself in a swing cycle, okay? Offering higher lows and higher highs here pretty soon. Barnes and Nobles up to 89% free flow shorted. 81 came from in the 4 trading days, average of 46, currently at 70. Nice insight on that, Leon. Someone else said, from a person by the name Steve here in the live chat, said BNED yesterday 72 million off exchange, today 96 million. So right now a lot of people are focusing in on Barnes and Nobles due to the fact that it does fit the bill when it comes to meme stocks, due to the fact that it is a well-known company. It is being heavily shorted. And also they have a retail, basically a retail front. It's not just a digital store. That's why a lot of people flocked to AMC and GME, because it fits every criteria that I just named with Barnes and Nobles. Maybe be a reason why a lot of people are saying as though that Barnes and Nobles may be a better squeeze situation than GameStop due to, again, the low market cap and that low share float. When you have a combination of the two, it doesn't take a lot of buying or selling to sway that share price. So if apes decided to hone in on Barnes and Nobles and Barnes and Nobles only, this can have a true short squeeze. The difference between Barnes and Nobles and AMC's situation is due to the fact that AMC had a extremely large share float. So it took much more buying to actually push that share price the way that it did. Not only that, these meme rally traders were more concentrated than them. Now someone wants to talk about, did you talk about NCPL really quickly? Let's check out NCPL before we end the stream. We got about 7 minutes left in this one. But NCPL, nice swing on this here. Thanks for putting that out there better. Banks, what you think about NCPL?
And the last time I even looked, I don't even remember the last time I even looked at NCPL stock. The last time I made a video on NCPL stock a few months ago, actually, guys. You can go ahead and check that out. Banking with Billy, NCPL stock. You'll find that thing somewhere in there. Currently on NCPL stock, this stock has been... bullishness. It's crazy too because we don't see this stock really come in for rounds of bullishness like that. You know, whenever this stock does come in for these rounds of bullishness, it's always some sort of insta spike. That's because this thing got a decently low flow. I mean, it could be smaller. Free flow on 17 million. This volume getting up to 50 million right now. They got an average volume on 1 million, which means on average daily, this thing does be moving pretty decently. You know, we want to make sure we're keeping an eye on this thing in the next trading days or so. As right now, this thing is touching up towards an overbought and dangerous range on our RSI. The MACD getting ready to come in for bearish divergence. We're going to see some people want to lock in. Day traders going to want to lock in gains today for sure. Some people still going to hold this thing up into the after hours, going for another hot move. Net capital. I don't even know what this company makes, man. Let's see. This is a fintech company. Its technology platform allows private companies to raise capital online from accredited and non-accredited investors. Ooh, you're not gonna go make another NCPL stock video, guys. You'll be looking forward to that, and make sure that you give this video a like. Share this thing out somewhere. This is knowledge that changes lives, guys. Make sure that you meet us up in the different platforms, Making Easy Money, Banking with Billy, to actually get the stock alerts on time. It's 1,000 times easier when you are actually seeing the alerts telling you when to buy and when to sell that we put out. And we put those things out for you guys to be able to follow along to get those great gains as well. And NCPL, I mean, I guess this is the place. I'm not gonna go for this one. You know, I'm not even because I already know it's about to explode next, man. But for me, you know, if that stock is not oversold and making bullish divergence, then I have no business going for that stock. Like right now, you can see this stock was at its most lows and oversold just not too long ago, down there towards those lows of like 11 cents. They had a couple bounces in between or whatnot. 11 cents. You got this thing bounce up towards that 12 cents. Another bounce around at 14 cents. Obviously, somewhere in these bounces, this stock will come in for a quick round of bullish divergence. If that stock is overbought and making bearish divergence, you don't want to go for that thing. I mean, I don't know what indicators everybody uses. You know, I'm using my MACD and my RSI and whatnot. But again, if that stock is overbought and or high, you don't want to go for it. Again, the market is a game of patience. Wait until that thing gets back into position for you. And while you're waiting for that stock to get back into position, well, there's many other stocks to go for. Let me tell you something. The more uncertainties you take away, the more certain you can be. For example, you want to be seeing if some of the uncertainties. So you can be certain that a stock is oversold at the bottom. You can be certain that a stock is about to come in for bullish divergence. You can be certain if you got that ass outpacing the bid. You can be certain if you have your volume outdoing the average volume. You could take some more away by seeing if you can go see if they got any type of upcoming news. You can take some uncertainties away by making sure that company has an upcoming catalyst. You can take a few more, you can take a lot of uncertainties away by keeping an eye on your next order flow when you'll be able to see if the inflow is outdoing the outflow and you want to see larges coming in. If you see your inflow and you see that larges coming in, no larges are going out, well, you can be certain that big whales are buying that thing. For example, here on VOXX stock. We're looking at VOXX stock right now. That's getting ready to come in for a round of bullish reversal. This stock's sitting around $3.77. It's about to make a bull run. Gonna fill up towards around that $5 range. Don't miss out on this. And for example, on our order flow, you'll be able to see how the inflow is outpacing the bid. I can be certain that this stock is doing a little bit more powerful than a lot of other stocks that don't have inflow outpacing that doing the outflow. And they got more larges coming in with no larges going out. You want to see if you got those mediums coming in. You hoping you don't got no mediums going out. And of course, course, you want to have those smalls that are rushing in there. For the small retails, it's adding on that extra pressure, but it's all about those big whales and large scales, especially when you come across a low stat stock like VOXX, got 65,000 in volume, and large scales are buying this thing up. This thing getting bullish on a 4-hour chart, getting bullish on a daily chart. It's already getting ready to go back towards the overbought. Don't miss this. I'm Billy Banks. Like I said, get this thing a like. Let us know what you guys are holding on. If you know what stock is about to explode next, don't let us miss out on that easy money with you, man.
You heard what he said, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video. And again, make sure you check out his channel. It's called Banking with Billy, ladies and gentlemen. Also, he does have his own Discord, so you too can catch his alerts in real time. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go, and may the gains be with you.
Be trading.